For the past 2.5 years that I've been in England, I've been attending the Hindu temple, the Jalaram Baba's Hindu temple in Greenford. And just recently, before I used to help out cleaning some of the idols, or sometimes just making sure everyone's okay, that everyone's in line to pray. And I used to help out and volunteer like that. But recently, I've also started to help out in the kitchen, which is the dining area. And in the kitchen, there are about three male cooks who cook most of the food, and then we have other 7 to 8 other women who are also volunteered to work there. Some volunteer and some actually work there. I must say they're all very, very sweet people. And when I went there, which was about last year when I started, they were very welcoming, and they showed me around. They made sure that I knew where all the utensils were, where all the cooking utensils were. And I was given the responsibility to help out some of the women to make roti, or rotli as they call it. Roti is a flat bread, which Indian people is widely used, mostly used as a staple diet, and it's accompanied by different types of cuisines, Indian cuisines, like vegetable curry or rice. So I had given the job to help these women make flatbreads, and I must say it was a new challenge, definitely. Because I've never made rotis before, at least not so many. I remember the first day when I was there. I was there for about an hour, and you had to stand there, and it was like a belt, as if you're in a factory. And I usually make rotis maybe about, let's say, maybe 7 to 8. Maybe the maximum number of rotis I used to make was 10, just for my family. But when I went there, I had to make more than 50, I think, at one go, and I wasn't allowed any rest because the belt, it was as if it was a belt in a factory. So it was a new challenge to make so many different types of flatbreads in a certain amount of time. Also, I learned at the place that they wanted fast people, and also I had to catch up. And going back to the fact that I had never made so many and so fast, I actually felt the pressure, that these women were working here for a long time, and people who actually volunteered, they had worked for a long time as well, and I completely felt the pressure to perform better and to make the rotis roll them a little faster. So, it was a new challenge just to keep up to the demand outside in the line where the food was being served. And I had to, also catch up in accordance to their speed, so I felt a lot of the pressure. So trying to stand up to that was a new challenge in itself. And also another challenge was when people wanted more rotis, which means flatbreads, I had to make more, and I had to work a lot faster, yet keeping the exact shape of the rotis, which is supposed to be round. And that's a whole new art of itself, which was a complete challenge for me. It's very hard when the roti dough, is either too loose or either too tight. If you have enough flour, if your method of making the rotis and rolling them out is perfect or not. So that was another challenge which I had faced, that I had to make them fast. I had to make them fast, and I had to make them round at the same time. I think the biggest challenge of all times was to be speaking Gujarati, which is a language from the west of India. I am actually a Gujarati, so my mother tongue is supposedly Gujarati, but because I've lived in the north part of India, I don't really speak the language. And over here, because everybody speaks Gujarati and a little bit of English, it was a whole new challenge for me to speak Gujarati, and that too fluently. I understand all of Gujarati, but just trying to speak and trying to communicate with the old women there who were helping and who were volunteering. Sometimes when I used to serve, it was hard for me to communicate, but I forced myself and I took it upon as a challenge, saying this is the only opportunity when I can actually learn to speak my mother tongue, which is Gujarati. So I think over the couple of weeks that I have been working there, like in the kitchen, and especially in the 2 years that I've come here and I've attended many of the festivals and I've helped out, just doing various things in the temple itself, I've learned to speak Gujarati a lot more fluent, and I feel confident when I speak, so which is a very good thing, and I feel like I've achieved something, so I'm glad I took it up as a challenge, and I attended the temple regularly to learn Gujarati as well. And another challenge which I'd like to address is the fact that the whole mandir is very laid back, it's very chill, obviously because it is a religious place. People are very kind, and yet the whole manner in the kitchen and outside, it was a very strategic manner. Everything had to be, we had to manage time pretty well, which is something which I still haven't learned after 2 years of IB. I still haven't learned that. So the fact that I had to manage time well, and because I'm in the kitchen, I had to wear an apron. I had to wear the proper attire, also, which was a very cool thing for me, especially in the start. But as the time went by, especially in the summer, because of the clothes that you're wearing, and then on top of that, because of health and safety reasons, you had to put on the apron and the cap. It was so much, and I used to get hot, but it was a challenge. And I learned to respect the people there and to make sure that whatever I was doing was under the law of health and safety. This is different from when I cook at home, because at home I can just wear a small apron or not a thick one, and I don't really have to cover my head. And so it was different. So I sort of had to come out, especially in the starting, I had to come out of my comfort zone just altogether, trying to speak Gujarati, trying to work faster, to produce more, because obviously there was a high demand, so I had to supply them with that many rotis. And just to interact with people was also a new challenge. So overall, I had many challenges, but I'm glad that I have taken these challenges upon myself. And throughout the weeks, I must say that I have learned to speak Gujarati better. And, the women, the men also know me there, and the public which comes for dinner or for lunch, they know me as well. So they're always happy to see me, and I love interacting with them now. So I'm very happy with the challenges that I had to face, and I'm sure that I've lived up to them. Thank you.